Hello and hello again. Today we are going to demonstrate the sparring training, including the stepping. So the basic stepping, that if somebody strikes at you, to which direction should you be going. So the basic idea is that if you are using this opposing the force block, I'm going to move, actually turn. So if he strikes to my head, I'm going to turn against the incoming blow and step here. So now my weapon is in between his weapon, but also a little bit further away, so that if for any reason I'm late, this should basically miss. But as you can see, I'm not going backward. I'm going diagonally to my right. So if he cuts, so this is what I'm moving to. So it's kind of a double defense, because the key thing in a sword fight is not to get hit. And you have to ensure that first. And this is also very important for the upcoming sparring practice, because we do it in a certain way, and if you cannot defend yourself, you are out of luck. You're gonna be unable to do the actual drill. So he's gonna be now throwing alternatively from both sides to the high angles, and I will be just blocking and moving. So this is an exercise. So let's see how this goes. So first here, and then other side. And one thing here is you can tell your training partner not to do this with any rhythm, but one strike, then wait for a little while and then the next one, so that I cannot pick up the rhythm. So this makes it a little bit more difficult for me to react. So I really have to react and pay attention. Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. And if you're wearing safety gear, you can be as close that he can always hit you. So it's important. So if you're using steel weapons and no protective gear, then my advice is have a longer distance. Otherwise, if you get hit to the head, it's game over. With these ones, always have this correct distance. Right? Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay, something like that. So you have this idea of moving away from the incoming blow, and you put your own sword in there. And the legs, it's basically the same thing. So this depends a little bit what you want. So one possibility here is take the leg back and step here, for example. So if he hits my leg, bang, I need to get it. And the next one. So you always try to move a little bit away from the incoming blow. Something like that. Okay, so I kept doing this circle so that you can see that when I do the block, on which circle I am actually moving. In a fight, you don't have to rotate your sword. You can stop it also, but you have to know where you are going. So it was just to illustrate. Okay, but what if we are using the following the force parries? So let's recap. So following the force parry is that he's hitting me here, and then I will push his sword over this side. So now if I try to move here when doing that, let's see what happens. Okay, I could actually try to hit my head. I can't do it, so he will hit me every time. So instead I have to move to the side his strike is coming from. So it means like this. I'm here. It's like and then I can cut from there. I can cut from here. Again. So with the opposing the force, we are moving here, but with the following the force, we are actually moving here. So this is the difference. It's really important to understand that. And using the following the force block, it's even more important to move, because you really want to get away from the incoming blow. So it works the same way from the other side. So this is like opposing the force. I would be moving here, but if I'm following the force, I'm moving here. Let's try a few. Okay, try to hit the head. He got me. No, he didn't. Okay. Nope. He got me. So you need to experiment with your sword angle. Usually it's best to have it something like this. So when he comes, it kind of slides here, and then you can push it. If you are having your sword with maybe a bit too steep angle, then he can still hit you. So you need to have some kind of crossing here. Okay, and for the legs, it's pretty much the same thing. So only in this time we will remove the leg, because if you can get here, you know he's in trouble. So if I do nothing, he will hit me. Okay. And sometimes even if you can pull your leg back and evade, you can actually cut his arm. But if you do it wrong, so he cuts, I go here, well, this is not gonna be pretty. Maybe I get his arm, but he will get my leg or something. So it's always this direction. And from the other side, same story. So if he's hitting here, bang, so I'll be going here. Almost my sword flew away. Okay, this is tricky, but if you can pull it off, it's a very good technique, but you have to practice. It requires a lot of practice. Okay, we'll leave it here, and hopefully you now have the idea where to move when you're using the opposing the force or following the force kind of blocks. So that's your basic movement. If it's available, just want to say that if you cannot move sideways, you always have the option of going back with both of the techniques. So you can go backward to stay safe. That's always a possibility, but then you will be having trouble to how to attack fast, and you cannot get into this kind of grappling range, which is basically what we want to do in an actual fight. Okay, anyway, that's it for today, and on to the next one.